Hey guys, Probo1701 here, and today we're continuing our ranking of Doctor Who, the seasons and the series of Classic Who and Modern Who, from worst to best. And today we're going to be looking at Series 5 of Modern Doctor Who, which of course is Matt Smith's first season as the Doctor. And this of course is the limited edition steelbook with the fantastic art by Sophie Cauldry, I believe her name is. She did a really good job with this steelbook. I love the Van Gogh art right here. This is easily my favorite Matt Smith season, at least full season. I really like the way Matt plays the character here. Whereas in series 6 and 7 he becomes a little more caricaturish, a little too silly. He has that good balance here between serious and comical. It's perfectly balanced here. And I love that his Doctor has a little bit of Six in him. He's a little more temperamental this season, like when he gets angry in The Beast Below, and when he basically tells the Atraxi to leave in 11th hour. There's a little bit of Six in him, which I like. He's got a little bit of a temper early on, which I enjoy. Same thing in Victory of the Daleks. We see that a little bit when he's banging on the Dalek. Looking at the stories for this season, the 11th hour is, of course, my favorite post-regeneration story. It's easily my favorite season opener for modern Doctor Who. It's just a phenomenal romp that never stops. It's just going 90 miles an hour the whole story, and by the end of it you are adjusted to the fact he is the Doctor. It can't be easy to come in and fill David Tennant's shoes when David Tennant is the Doctor for so many people back when he took over the role in what, 2010, but by the end of this episode he had done a really good job of establishing himself as the Doctor. I was fully convinced by the end of the episode, okay, this is the new Doctor, I like him. Beast Below I really like. It's a very underrated episode. It has a very good moral dilemma. The story is driven really well. It's shot very visually. I love the moments between the Doctor and Amy. I love the Doctor's rage. Nobody human has anything to say to me today. I love that. That is fantastic. I love the fact that he's temperamental more early on. I love The Beast Below. Then we have Victory of the Daleks, another very underappreciated episode. It has a couple flaws, which I've discussed in other videos, but it is a nice little homage almost to Power of the Daleks. It's like an inferior version of Power of the Daleks, but it's still really good. I love Matt Smith's performance in this. I love the guy playing Churchill in this. He's good. I love that the Doctor and Churchill get on so well. Oh, you've changed faces again. I just love how well they get on. Like old buddies meeting for a pint, you know? I really enjoy that. I like the Daleks in this episode. I'm not a huge fan of the Paradigm Daleks, but they don't bother me like they used to. It's an interesting take on the design. And I wish we could have seen more of the backup weapons they were supposed to have in concept drawings, where they could spin around and have individual unique weapons depending on their color scheme. That's a pretty neat little concept. A shame we never got to see that. I enjoy it. Like I said, I don't really like the World War II planes in space thing. That's kind of dumb. But other than that, it's a really fun episode that I enjoy. After that, we have the Angel two-parter, which I think is a good sequel to Blink. The Angels don't feel overplayed yet. I can understand Steven bringing them back for a victory lap. It's nice to see River back. River, I still enjoy in this one. The Angels I like in this one. I don't really like the part where the Angels move. It was neat the first time I watched it, but looking back on it, I really wish they hadn't moved. I wish there had been more lights flickering with them turning or something. I don't really... It takes the mystery of what they look like when nobody's looking at them and how fast they can move away. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I like how it's a different take on the Angels with the way they're killing people and using their voices. It's different, and I enjoy it. So it's an interesting sequel to Blink, but it's totally different than Blink, and I like that they went that direction with it. And I love the realization when they realized the statues are there, because they realized the race there is supposed to have 2 planets, and the Doctor's just like, oh, I should have seen this earlier. I really like that two-parter a lot. Then we have Vampires in Venice. That's a fun romp. I like Vampires in Venice because I like that it mixes its humor and its seriousness well. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek story, though. I like the opening scene with the doctor bursting out of the cake. Your fiance tried to kiss me last night. Oh, it's all right. She's a great kiss. That whole scene, plus just Matt Smith busting out of the cake. It's funny. It's funny. I enjoyed that. And the scene when they're talking about the UV lights. Yours is bigger. Let's not go there. The bit when the doctor sees the vampire girls in the mirror and he's like, how are you doing that? Okay, tell me the whole plan. And they just hiss at him and he's like, one day that'll work. It has its serious moments though, like when he flat out gets mad at Amy and tells her to wait in the TARDIS. You know, this isn't a democracy. I say do, you do. And she gets upset with him because he's basically scolding her like a parent and she leaves. I enjoy that interaction. Again, I like early Matt Smith with his temper. And that when the chips are down, he says, go to the TARDIS. You go to the TARDIS like he's grounding you to your room. And then the fact that it's not vampires, it's fish people. That's also kind of tongue-in-cheek, which I find interesting. The woman playing the main fish woman, the mom, she's great. The actress playing her is phenomenally great. I really like her all throughout this story. Just the way she carries herself is really well done. And I enjoy the scene when her and the doctor are exchanging questions. That's the deal they work out. They each get a question. Where are you from? Gallifrey. You belong in a museum. A mausoleum. I love that exchange. I really, there's a bit of a mutual respect there, I think. I very much love that scene. It's done really well. So I like that one as well. Then we get to the reasons why this isn't any higher. Amy's Choice. I don't like Amy's Choice. I just don't. It's a neat idea, and I love that it's got the one guy playing the Dream Lord in it, because I like him as an actor. He's a great actor. And I love the fact that it is, you know, a version of the Doctor itself. I know who you are. No one else can hate me that much. The fact it's the Doctor and he has his own self-loathing that he's filled with, probably because of Time War stuff. It has aspects to it I like. Just overall, I don't care for it. I find it uninteresting. By the end of it, I'm just like, I just don't get into Amy's Choice. Prowler's Choice is, let's not watch that. Let's just get past that. And then we have the Hungry Earth two-parter. Nope, hard pass. Aren't these Chibnall episodes? They feel like Chibnall episodes. The Hungry Earth, Cold Blood. I feel like it craps all over the Silurians. To be fair, Warriors of the Deep already crapped all over the Silurians. If you want to watch good Silurians, just watch Doctor Who and the Silurians. The Silurians have never been better. Just go watch that one. Great third Doctor story. I don't get into this two-parter at all. It drags and drags and nope, hard pass, nope. After that we get, what is that? What does that say? Oh yeah, Vincent and the Doctor. Y'all know how I feel about Vincent and the Doctor. It's not a bad episode. Vincent and the Doctor is perfectly rewatchable. I don't think it's a terrible episode. I think it has a terrible scene in it and does a couple terrible things. But it is fine. Vincent and the Doctor is fine. It has probably one of the most cringe-inducing moments in Doctor Who I've ever seen. But I've talked about Vincent and the Doctor at length. I'm not going to go back into that. But it's fine. And then there's The Lodger, which I enjoy. I like the Doctor with Craig. I don't know why. They're hilarious to me. I would love to watch a spin-off series where they're just roommates. That would be funny to me. And of the two, between this and Closing Time, I do like The Lodger a lot more. It's just, I don't know. They're humorous together. Matt Smith and whatever his name is that plays Craig, they're funny when they're together on screen. So I enjoy The Lodger for the humor. The actual story is kind of but I like the humor. It makes me laugh. And then the Pandora opens and the Big Bang is okay. Not great, it's okay. You know, it's fine to rewatch every now and then. It does some clever, timey-wimey things. This is Moffat doing some clever, timey-wimey stuff that I enjoy. I do like how it all seems to connect up here, all the stuff going on, and I do like that. But overall, I just find it okay, edging into good. So between okay and really good, just getting into good. A bit disappointing from the rest of the season. That's pretty much how it is. The series starts off strong with like 5 or 6 episodes in a row I like. And then the back half is just really weak with not as much that I like. But it was the most consistently good Matt Smith season in my opinion. And I enjoy it. So, yeah. Matt Smith. So I want to know what you think of Series 5. Comment down below and let me know. I always enjoy hearing from you guys. Amy and Rory, I like. I think they complement Matt's doctor really well. I like him better with Clara. I know it's an odd thing to say, but that half season we got with Matt and Clara, I really like their dynamic together, and I hate that we didn't get more of it. But Amy and Roy are fine. You know, sometimes they irk me, sometimes they're fine. And that's pretty much my thoughts on that. So, other things to do. The description has my Patreon in it if you'd like to support me on that. A link to my Amazon wish list is down there as well if you want to check that out, as is my P.O. Box if there's anything you would like to send me. I want to give a shout out to Stephen Crane, who is one of my top tier patrons. I appreciate his support, as I do the support of all of my Patreons. Thank each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing. And most importantly, thank you for watching.